tariff measures are ruled unlawful. The duties collected are in principle vulnerable to refund claims, but Trump was right. The only way to go about refunding them is by litigating it over the next few years. I mean, capacity that our justice system really didn't need to get bombarded with at this point. Funny enough, the Justice Department actually put out statements saying that if the tariffs were ultimately held unlawful, the government would issue refunds after a final and unappealable decision ordering refunds, including for some IEEPA tariffs not directly at issue in the Supreme Court case. So there's enough wiggle room out of there for the Department of Justice to say, we never said we'll refund you. So yeah, everything is credible. But what I'm thinking is, in terms of the American consumer, I see credibility to Justice Kavanaugh's dissent. Trade deals were made, monies were collected, put into the U.S. Treasury. Now, legally unallowed or against the law now, or I would say it was an illegal tax. I don't feel comfortable with the government overstepping its authority and getting to keep that tax. Given the situation of our country, call me crazy. I don't think it's bad to increase tariffs and pay back our debt. I said it, right? I don't think increasing the tax rate is the way to do it. So far, the tariff thing worked. It worked. And as far as the American consumer, one day that bill is coming due. So we're going to have to repay it somehow. And I think the tariff way to do it is the best way to do it. Tariff instead of personal income taxes. And no, I apologize. I think cutting entitlements is the best way to do it. Tariffs would be second best. Income tax, least best. Nonetheless, it's a pressing issue. And last but not least, the ends to which Trump is using the tariffs, I'm not sure are clear. I mean, it reminds me just like the Republicans' methods to addressing healthcare and health insurance, the Affordable Care Act rebuttal. They don't really have a plan to do that, nor do they have a plan when it comes to tariffs now. Because when it comes to tariffs, what's the aim? To bring back U.S. manufacturing? I mean, we're the second largest manufacturer in the world. That's what I learned from Scott Galloway. And who said we even want those jobs? If you're telling me that COVID really exposed the vulnerability of this country with our supply chain and whatever else we had, I get it. You want to shift the dynamic on our dependence external to the country. I get it. But that's not what the tariffs were doing. The tariffs definitely altered our standing in the world when it comes to world trade. It definitely altered our reputation out there as a trade partner. So that's what happened there. And then last but not least, I also looked into, can the government just keep the money because it's too messy to give back? It could be a violation of due process. But it's not unprecedented. Just because the process is complicated doesn't mean the government can retain it. But there's an administrative law notion called practical inconvenience, and courts limit sometimes the retrospective relief. It's going to be worked out by the Court of International Trade, which again I can't believe that court was so unknown, but now it's so prominent given the headlines. And just a lot more litigation is up next. It's such a classic move by SCOTUS to just be vague and leave it up to everyone else to figure out. I remember even my poli-sci 101 class, how frustrated I was with reading some decisions and just how the court purposely said, well, this is a mess. Go figure it out, everyone else. But that's where they left us.